to those of you that know me very well, you know that to have me up here talking about social media is a little bit of humor in that anyway. I'm not the brightest bulb in the box on all things social media. So I'm not necessarily going to talk about social media then. From what I've seen of the agenda, we've got a good many folks that are going to be talking to you about everything from blogs to Twitter to the whole thing. I do know enough, so I'm not going to talk about the details of those and how you use them and all that. I'm going to say this. My first career was banking. I've been in the chamber business for 12 years now, and I feel like all that I've ever done is make sure I got to know as many people as I could get to know. The old saying, I think it's always been used kind of in a bad way, but it's not a matter of what you know, it's a matter of who you know. And I think most of us would say there's some truth in that. I think today, with all the different ways that you people have of getting to know people so that you do know that person you need to know when the right time comes, I think it's more difficult now, or at least more confusing than it's ever been. Used to, you wanted to get to know somebody, you just went to every event you could find. I mean, 20 years ago, Chambers of Commerce never opened their doors, but what there wasn't a banker, at least half dozen bankers. Susan, you remember committee meetings. There was always a half dozen bankers at everything you went to. That's how they made sure they knew who they knew. Well, today you can sit at your desk and get to know everybody you need to know. And that would be kind of the point of my comments this morning. Is that actually correct? By just using a blog, can you get to know everybody you need to know for your business, to make your business successful? My contention is that no, you can't. I think what we're called upon, and what I would encourage all of you to do as you're hearing the different presentations on each social media tool, is you realize that at the end of the day, you've got to manage all of those things. I'm afraid, as I was thinking about this morning, I was afraid that I might sound like I'm standing up here advocating stalking, and that's not what I'm doing. But if you feel like there's a certain person or group of people that you need to know, well, getting to know that group of people can probably be done different ways. You may be able to get to know them through LinkedIn. You may be able to develop a relationship like that through Facebook or through your blog, whatever you may. Or it may take getting to know them in a setting like this. I mean, you'll probably leave here today. I know two people now from Asheville that I didn't know 20 minutes ago. So I think we are called upon when we've got all these different tools, and there's nothing new about this. Any of you have ever done any carpentry work or known a carpenter? How many tools does he have in his toolbox? 50. He has to decide for any given thing what's going to be the most effective. And my excitement for this thing today is that you'll get to see all of these tools put out in front of you, but I hope each of you, for your business and for what it is you're doing, you'll decide, okay, for what it is I need to accomplish today, which of these tools is best. I'll give one example. And she told me I could do a little shameless plugging, and Chambers of Commerce, my counterpart, and we offer a very efficient way of getting to know people. I mean, at its simplest, one of the things that we do best is offering the most efficient. I mean, you can get to know people anywhere, anytime, but what we and our staffs offer is full-time service of allowing you to get to know people. But one example, there's a restaurant in town, I won't use any names, wildly successful here in Newport, been around for a long time, does a lot of catering business, just wildly successful. Our chamber does a lot of work with the military, understandably. We've got a military base 20 minutes that way and about 40 minutes, 45 minutes that way. So we do a lot of work with the military, and the guy that owns this restaurant came to us, 10 years ago, and he said, guys, I'm changing some things that I do. I'm going to do a little bit more catering than we've done before. He said, I'm getting my staff trained so we can do things that we've never done before. There's not a lot of it being offered in town, and I feel like one of the sectors of our market that I'll be able to serve really, really well is the military community. I need to get to know them. And he reached in the toolbox that he knew was available to him through, and in this case, through his chamber membership, and he started getting involved with the military. And any of you that are familiar with this area, you know that the month of November, and actually some of October, the Marine Corps does all its birthday balls. They do them everywhere. Who guessed? I mean, how many are there? Stephanie, how many Marine Corps balls are there just in our area? Forget Jacksonville. Are there 50?
I would say at least 50.
That's just out of Cherry Point. The number that he catered this past November may have been half of those. He made it his business to get to know the people that he needed to know. And that's why I was saying this is not about stalking. This is about having a plan. I need to know this sector of our market, or I need to know this person. Now, which of these tools? Do I use my blog? Do I use a Twitter page? Or do I use a business after hours with a chamber? What do I do to get to know them? So manage, as you're learning these things today, figure where they fit best into what you're trying to do. Wendy, thanks for doing it. Thanks for letting me be here. Good morning. Thank you.